If real-time strategy games had never evolved since the 90s, we'd get Tempest Rising. Hey there, this is Frags and I recently got my hands on the playable preview of Tempest Rising, a real-time strategy game developed by Slipgate Ironworks in collaboration with 2B Games. Now, let's not beat around the bush here. This game isn't exactly shy about where it draws its inspiration, or should we say resemblance. So the playable preview is just a single mission, and it's also like the first mission of the game. It's more of like a teaser than an actual comprehensive preview, but it does give us the feel and vibe the developers are going for here. And let's be real, it's very much like Command & Conquer, the old Command & Conquer, the good one. The gameplay, well, it's pretty darn close to Command & Conquer 3. The preview showcases two factions, the Global Defense Force GDF, which is the faction you play in the mission, and the Tempest Dynasty, which is definitely not the Nod faction.
I am Kane.
The game looks great, from the CGI Colonel Fisher briefing you on your mission, super over-the-top transition to the mission, and the graphics look rather nice, very vibrant, but with a bit of grittiness to it. Units feel responsive, but not StarCraft level responsive. It's all very reminiscent of CNC, each unit countering something else. I do like the drone unit guys, which clearly is something new and inspired by current trends. These guys are good against vehicles and buildings, but only have a pistol, so they aren't great against other infantry. And you'll see here, they just melt away when they are faced against infantry. You can still go all out with the basic infantry spam, using sheer numbers to bulldoze your way, especially in the earlier missions. Those CNC strategies still seem to apply in Tempest Rising. I have to say though, this is still an unfinished game, and I did see some weird AI behaviors where it didn't respond to being attacked at times. Hot code people. In Tempest Rising, instead of green Tiberium, you're harvesting these red wine-like things called Tempest Wines. And interestingly, the game has a third faction, but they're keeping this one under wraps, which is apparently somehow tied to those Tempest Wines. Tell me where you have heard that before. Now, I'm hoping the similarities with CNC stops at the core gameplay. It'd be a real downer if Tempest Rising turned out to have the same story as CNC3 with its alien faction. I really hope the story springs a few surprises that veers away from the CNC narrative. The developers have mentioned before that they've got some undisclosed new feature in store for Tempest Rising. They've made it clear they want to show off the classic RTS elements first before showing off the new stuff. My hunch, we might get a taste of unit customization or between mission unit upgrades, akin to a StarCraft campaign. That's my guess. So why did I dive into a game that's so steeped in a 90s RTS vibe? Okay, so picture this scene, the folks over at THQ Nordic chatting about the success of Command & Conquer Remastered. It defied what the big suits in the video game industry said, that the RTS genre was dead and commercially unviable. There just isn't a mass audience for them. That second part may still be true. If you look from the perspective of, say, can an RTS be as big as a Call of Duty, but it doesn't mean it couldn't be a commercial success targeting a more niche audience. CNC Remastered proved there's a passionate audience, a legion of CNC fans who crave that classic RTS experience without dumbing anything down, or rather streamlining it. The creators of Tempest Rising know this, and they know exactly who they are talking to when they show off the gameplay here. I mean, that's no secret here. Yep, I mean you. If you're all about the classic RTS and you remember the legendary Westwood Studios vs Blizzard showdown, the war between left click versus right click, which, by the way, right click won, then Tempest Rising is your type of game. It's Command & Conquer in spirit, just not in the name. And honestly, I'm good with that. Did they copy from CNC? Sure, in some ways they really did, but guess what? So did pretty much every other RTS that followed. They're going all out, cranking up that classic CNC feel to 11. And what was that famous saying again? Good artists copy, but great artists steal? One thing I think we can all agree is we are probably not going to get a modern Command and Conquer RTS. Unless of course hell freezes over and EA has a change of heart. If they even have a heart to begin with. Anyway, the concept of taking that classic gameplay, spicing it up with a fresh and unexpected story, one that's definitely not a carbon copy mind you, and wrapping it all in sleek new graphics, that could be just what the die-hard CNC fans want. And if the loyal fan base latches onto it, there's a real good chance new players who've never played the classic RTS before might join the party. And maybe, just maybe, Tempest Rising might spark a new age for this dead genre. The return of the RTS clones. Or maybe not. But do feel free to check out the playable preview on Steam. Just hit that request access button and you'll get to download the demo immediately. Take note though, the demo is only available until 28 August, so you've got to try it out before that. Oh, and I'll also be keeping my eyes on Gamescom, which is just around the corner. We'll likely get more info about Tempest Rising, so stay tuned. I mean, maybe I might have to do an update video on this. So thanks for watching, and if you're into strategy games, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more content. I really appreciate it. This is Frag signing off. Catch you in the next video. Bye bye.